Hey guys, and welcome back to the Money Game with AC. In this video I want to cover SOS Limited, Chinese crypto miner. Why in the heck this stock is still below the $3 a share, as well as Bitcoin is flirting with the $49,000 and $50,000 a coin. So what's exactly up, and why should you do if you do hold SOS Limited in your portfolio? So let's get into the details and see exactly what's on the hood. You can see that since the last couple of months, Bitcoin have been coming back up pretty hard. So on the last month itself, it's been up 37%. On the last 6 months, Bitcoin has been up from the last of July 20th, where actually it went a little bit below 30K, it's been up 64%. When you look at SOS Limited, on the contrary, on the last 6 months, from the July 20th, where is it? You can see that this has really barely moved. This has moved what, only 6%. So what is actually on? Well, first of all, it's a Chinese stock. And because it's a Chinese stock, you can see that, this is headquartered in China, but this is an ADR, listed on the US exchange. As a lot of other stocks from, high tech and growth into this sector and in China, they have been, unfortunately being impacted heavily because of the Chinese crackdown on new regulation on tech, new regulation on high tech, and apart from that, I don't see any other explanation. First of all, even prior to the China government cracking down on regulation on these high tech companies, SOS and other Chinese companies, especially in the crypto sphere, were really getting a lot of hate from investors, especially short sellers, because when you compare actually SOS with the other miners, Riot and Marathon Digital, for these two only, you can definitely see the big difference. And this actually confirm what my thesis is. Looking at the last 6 months, you can see that Marathon, it's up 27%, Riot blockchain, it's up 13. It's down 13, but SOS, it's down 45%. This is huge. This is huge. Now back to the whole China stocks not getting the love or getting the hate from short sellers. Look at eBank. eBank International, another Chinese, crypto miner. Last 6 months down 64%. On the last 6 months, Bitcoin has been up 60%, but these guys, they barely moved. Why so? People hate it because it's Chinese, but it doesn't really make any sense because the numbers don't lie. These guys are producing and mining a lot of coins. Now, especially with SOS, the fact that they have a huge diversification into the services they provide to the marketplace when it comes to, protecting asset, in terms of insurance, in terms of not only being exposed to Bitcoin, but also Ethereum. There is a huge disconnect between the prices of Ethereum and Bitcoin and actually the share price of these companies. Now, what does it prevail moving forward? I want us to look at Alibaba. Alibaba was at the beginning of this year getting a lot of momentum, because it's a big company and had a lot of momentum. But with this whole Chinese crackdown coming in and regulation coming in, since then it has been on the downtrend. I couldn't imagine this stock trading below $200 a share on the US exchange at this point of the year. I just couldn't. But it is what it is. Now, moving forward, what should you do? Well, I think if you still believe that SOS has a lot of potential, SOS is really a big player like I do into the crypto sphere, because not only they are mining Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they have a lot more array of services that they're going to provide into investors in the crypto space. So because of that, personally, I will say on the long term, if you are investing on the long term like I'm doing, I'm really here to see what these companies, these miners, will look like when Bitcoin cracks down to 100,000 or Ethereum cracks down to the 10,000 coin. we're really gonna see exactly if it makes sense. I will really see if it makes sense for me to keep holding them at that price levels for those two specific cryptocurrencies. But if you're here for a quick buck, if you're swing trading this, if you are just here, maybe you were caught up, holding the bag, as soon as it's, recovers and you break even, then maybe it will make more sense then to sell. But as of now, when crypto is kind of, on the move and going back up on the uptrend, I will say it's really depending on your risk potential, your risk awareness. But as for me, I'm here for the long trend, and because of that, I'm sticking with my backs even when they start to feel really heavy. Sucks, man.